Hi, I am Nikki Cates Miller, life transformation coach and life strategist. Welcome back. I just wanted to I'm going to say a few minutes, but I tend to get long winded when I'm passionate, um, to just talk to you about Detox December. So, personally, I typically start this process the week of Thanksgiving, in which, in true form, probably the Monday before Thanksgiving, I sensed within myself that it was time to introspect, if that's a way to say it. It's more so like an opportunity to pay attention more than usual, to how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, where I'm going, reflecting on where I've been. I typically do that for the last 6 weeks of the year. This is a habit that I've developed over the years. It wasn't something that I did intentionally. It was something that was gradual year after year. I added to it. I began to understand the value of it. So for Detox December, I want to share that process with you, what that looks like in preparing for the new year. I know I've seen some social media posts and I've heard some people say out of their mouths, here we go with people and I'm going to make all these changes for the new year. However, I would like to say that yes, that may be the standard in our culture to say you're going to do something and not do it. However, if you're going to work with me or you're going to partner with me on this, you're going to do the pre work, the pre game, in order for it to be game on January 1st. And that's the only way beyond resolutions to really see change. And even it's not even so much just about big changes, it's just about walking different, showing up different. Because when you do that, you attract really what you really want. You know what I mean? So, what this is going to look like, I am going to have the first blog post come out today, actually. And it is going to talk about Detox December, why we need it, why we should pursue it, and kind of a breakdown of what that's going to look like for this month. I am going to do some teaching, more so on video than on blog, for the next few weeks on Detox December. And we're going to cover things like being in the present moment, or what you would call mindfulness, because we can't change the past and we can't push ourselves or jump ourselves to the future. So it's about what can we do right now to get away from that and move into this. And you can only do that one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. So we're going to be addressing that. In my personal life, I try to make that something that I focus on a regular basis, because I am living with depression and anxiety. I have learned that what keeps me most of the time in a state of struggling with depression more so than not is when I am trying to live in the past or the future. So I've learned to recognize when my thoughts are replaying something that's already happened, or too focused on, oh my God, how am I going to do that in the future? And that's what causes misery and frustration, right? If we stay right here in the present, it's a lot easier to figure out the next steps. So I'm going to be talking about that. Let's see, more talk on self-discovery and self-revitalization, because it really is necessary for us to take assessment about where we are. Pastor Darius Daniels tells us in Daniel's Den that we need to locate ourselves. If you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going. You can't figure it out. It's kind of like that map in the mall that says you're right here. That's what we need for ourselves, is we need to know where we are so we know where we're going. So I do think that that is a very big part of it. A big part of my coaching strategy, is helping women reconnect with their true selves, because we're so used to being accustomed to being who other people need us to be, say that we are, society says that we should be, and what our circumstances look like, how we should respond to our circumstances. And when in reality, most of the time, that's not internally driven, but it's driven by everything on the outside. And those variables are going to continue to change, and they're not going to go away. So you have to be grounded in your relationship with God, and you have to be grounded in who you are. And that takes some self-discovery. Let's see what else. Removing the clutter. No more toxicity. This one is a little bit difficult, because if you have not done the inner work, you don't even know what toxic might be. Toxic people, toxic environments, toxic relationships, toxic habits. Um, yeah. all bad. I won't say bad. I'm going to say unuseful is a better word for it. So you want to start to address those things. You want to pull, but the first step is to pull yourself away from it. You have to pull yourself away in order to take a full assessment, right? So it's kind of like you're in a mess and you're standing right in the middle of it, and there's no way to see on any side. All sides you're surrounded. But if you're taken and you're pulled up out of that, then you're seeing that from above and you can see the mess and all the parts of it and all of the elements. And you can most likely see a way out of it and away from it. And so that's what you kind of want to do. The ultimate way to do this is first through prayer and asking the Holy Spirit for wisdom, because, of course, God's view is the ultimate bird's eye view. If you're a bird and you're up in the air, you're seeing all of the picture, right? Not necessarily that we get to see that whole thing like God sees it, but that we can see it from an angle that shows us more of what's taking place so that we can address it better. Replacing habits, I think we talked about that. Establishing priorities, which would be based off of like your core values, your belief systems, your goals, setting boundaries to protect all of those things. If none of this is done and you just say, I'm just going to make this change and do it, that's what a resolution is, right? You say you want to make some changes, but you don't actually do the pre-work to make sure that you're going to do that long term. So that's what we're talking about for Detox December. Also for Detox December, I am going to be starting the first small group. I'll say a small group. I don't know how else to describe it right now, but we're going to be doing the 40-day soul fast by Dr. Cindy Trim. A few years ago, I started doing this towards the end of the year into the new year, and it has been a blessing to me. I love it. I think that it causes you to think in a way that you normally would not when it comes to emotional and mental and spiritual healing and growth. And it's something that helps to prepare you for what's to come, right? If we're setting a clean stage, the Bible talks about old wineskins and new wineskin. You can't pour new wine in old wineskin. So we want to go into the new year ready for new things and new blessings and new outpourings and so forth, right? We want to show up ready. So that's the point of preparing yourself now, because you only have 30 days to do it. Now is the time to do it. Let's see what else. Oh, and I will mention real quick that we do have 2 workshops for preparing for 2024. We've been talking about it after talking to a couple of women and some different people. Those workshops are going to be no charge. I was going to charge a small attendance fee because they are considered something along the lines of coaching, but I want as many women that are willing to show up and want to do the work to get ready for the new year and to make it truly different. In order to make it different, you have to do something different. And we're starting with the detox, and we're starting with preparing ourselves to walk into the new year as a better us. So please be on the lookout for the announcement for those workshops. They're going to be on December 9th and December 16th. We're going to start the 40-day soul fast in our Facebook group on December 15th that evening. And I believe that's it for now. Stay tuned for the other videos that are coming up for the rest of the month. Reach out to me. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please hit me up on one of the social medias or go on my website and contact me. Reach out to me. Let me know what you're thinking. This has worked for me over the years as I've been going on my own healing journey and transformation journey. So I know without a shadow of a doubt that it would be a blessing, and it would be what you would need to rekindle and to get you ready for this new year. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.